A lot of y'all are walking around, spending your whole day with a stranger. Do you really know yourself? Not your work self, your family of origin self, your outside self, not even the self you've constructed to survive your hardest moments. I'm not talking about your adaptations. And I'm certainly not talking about the masks you wear. I'm talking about what's underneath all that, the you that God sees and knows. Let me put it this way. When you look in the mirror, are you seeing what God sees? Most of you are not. Most of you have built up so many layers that who you truly are is buried underneath. Beloved, it's time to dig yourself out. It's why so many of us go to therapy, but that's not always available to everyone. What is this: faithful self-examination. See, God and the world have different demands, and the demands that our world rewards are going to require a lot of masks. Think about it. You can't even keep your job if you bring everything into the office, right? So you have a mask. And who are your people? There's somebody in your life who refuses to see who you are because they got comfortable with who you were. And that old personality is another mask. I watch some of y'all outside. You have studied what prospects respond to best, and you offer that up. And maybe somebody's even married that person who was never you. All of that gets exhausting. In all this, you lose yourself. But I'm here to say, God put the you underneath all of that on this planet. God has mercy for your layers, but God doesn't want you living in them. Instead, God is calling you home to yourself. You know, you never have to explain yourself to God. Think of Hagar. Out in the desert wilderness, cast out and running, she realized that while nobody seemed to know or to care about her, God did. And in her gratitude, she calls God what you should: El Roi, the God who sees. You are called into relationship with El Roi, the God who sees, the God who has searched you and known you from your sitting down to your rising up. El Roi, who, if you took the wings of the morning and settled at the farthest limits of the sea, will go there with you. God knows, God sees, and God keeps looking and seeing, waiting for you to see the beauty that God sees in you and to wear that first. God's always calling you back to that knowing, calling you by name. And here's the danger. What the world calls you can get real loud in your ear, so loud that you can't even hear God anymore. But you will if you listen. Find your way back to you. See what God sees in you. Listen to that voice inside. That is your wisest self. So when you look in the mirror and you're not seeing what God has made perfect in you, your discipline in that moment is to switch to joy, turn to joy, look again, and keep looking until you see love looking right back at you. Decide right now, I refuse to be a stranger to myself. Right now, choose to delight in what God knows and loves in you. And as you do, bask in the joy of God's light on you and within you. In Jesus' name.